Alright, I want to start a video by saying Kala Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great mills on it will well. And shalom to your brothers out of preaching and teaching the truth worldwide. And I want to say shalom to Hopeful It. And your brother Kaya come back with another lesson. And hey, this dealing with it's like a World War III update. Because at the end of the day, it's right here. Get this Habakkuk 2. This is what we're supposed to do. Habakkuk 2:1. I was standing upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watched to see what he would say unto me and what I shall answer when I reprove. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the visions, which is the prophecies, and make them plain upon tables that he may run and readeth it. So when we see the different prophecies, different things that dealing with the scriptures come to pass, we're supposed to run. So who's supposed to run and tell? Israel. Now, Israel is scattered to the four corners of the world. So how are we going to get this message out? Well, should I just run up and down the street? Yeah, I could do that. I could literally do that. But the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, the Lord got us set up with the internet. So guess what? The internet does the heavy lifting. So I don't have to run up and down the street, literally. I can hit play, upload the video, bring some precepts out, bring the information out, and let it go to the four corners of the world. Then whoever the Lord wants to hear this message, guess what? They're gonna click on the button. They're gonna click the video. They're gonna say, "Oh man, it's World War III update." Bam! They click on it. That's how we run and letting it. That's how we running and shouting from the rooftops, essentially. That's how we letting Israel know what's going on. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And now, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So at the time frame where the prophecies of the Lord are not tarrying, they come to pass. So if you settled on your leads and you ain't watching, hey, you're gonna get caught up. You're gonna get caught out there. You're gonna hear it is. You up here got a 20-year plan. You get caught out there. So where am I at? All right, so I'm gonna play this video, then I'm gonna jump into some scripts.
In state television, this footage purports to show the strike that killed Sayed Razi Mousavi, the esteemed senior advisor in Iran's Revolutionary Guard.
So here's another one of Iran's generals, kind of like what was that a few years back when Soleimani, the general, was killed. I think that was in like January of 2020. Yeah, I know it was a few years ago. I think it was January 2020, right before COVID, I think. So here it is. Got one of Iran's generals got knocked out by an airstrike. So play a little bit more of this.
On the outskirts of the Syrian capital on Monday, Tehran has blamed an Israeli airstrike.
Our reaction to the assassination will be smart, strong, and with the necessary effectiveness.
On Tuesday, the Israeli defense minister hinted the country had retaliated in Syria, but stopped short of confirming the strike.
We are having a multi-front war. We are under attack from 7 different fronts: Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Judea and Samaria, Iraq, Yemen, and Iran. We have already responded on 6 of these fronts.
Iran provides both military and financial backing to Hamas in Gaza, and since the outbreak of the war, Iran-backed groups in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen have launched a slew of attacks on US and allied forces. On Monday, militias conducted a drone attack on Erbil Air Base, wounding 3 U.S. service members, 1 critically. In response, Washington said it struck 3 sites used by pro-Iran groups.
While we do not seek to escalate conflict in the region, we are committed and fully prepared to take further necessary measures to protect our people and our facilities.
The Iran-backed Kateb Hezbollah makes up part of the Hashed al-Shabi, a coalition of former paramilitary forces now integrated into Iraq's regular army. The Iraqi government hit back at the American strikes, saying this step harms bilateral relations between the two countries, and above all, it represents an unacceptable violation of Iraqi sovereignty. According to Baghdad, the strikes...
So as you see in the title of the article, Iran vows revenge after Israeli airstrike kills top general. So the Spirit A is World War III brewing, as prophesied in the scriptures. So our job is to stand up on our watch and just and see what's going on around the 4 corners of the earth. So get right here. Isaiah 13. All right, so Isaiah 13 verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts, mustered the hosts of the battle. So the Lord is gathering all these countries for what? For World War III. And a lot of people, I'm not sure if you know what the word muster means. So when you go into the actual word muster, because when I was in the service, you have what's called a muster list. It's essentially right here, it says similar words, a roll call, an assembly. So when you basically, it's like when you was in school and your teacher called roll, she go down the list, she like, she may say David, Adam, you say here, you say Robert here, and then you get down there, they say John, mark him absent. Or they may say John, he's actually stepped out, went to, he had to go to another teacher's room. So whenever you do like a muster list, so when you go down, you call the different people's name, and let's just say a person had to go across the hall, they accounted for. So if you know where that person is at, they're accounted for. So whenever you do a muster up your division, you say all present or accounted for. So guess what? All these nations, they're going to be all present or accounted for. Even if they may not be what they call on station at the time, guess what? They're accounted for, because what? They going to fight in that war. They are going to fight in that World War III. All the nations that the Lord has prescribed to be a part of World War III, guess what? They're going to be all present or accounted for. Maybe the Lord had them delayed by, a week or so before they get into that valley of decision, Yahweh Shaphat. But guess what? They're going to be all present or accounted for, because everybody that's supposed to be mustered, that's on that muster list, they're going to be present. When it's time to be present, they are going to be on station, ready to fight. Because you go into this word muster, it's an assembly, especially for inspection or in preparation for battle. Collect or assembly, a number or amount, a formal gathering of troops, especially for inspection, display, or exercise. That's right. So all these nations, the Lord is gathering them up. He having different things happen. He having airstrikes here, killing different top generals. Happened a few years back, kill Soleimani. So the Lord is mustering all these countries to do what? For World War III. They got to go over there because hey, it was already written. Let's get it. It's already written for the Lord to muster all these nations up for battle. They're gonna be all present. They're gonna be all present and accounted for. This is Joel 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, we're in that time frame right now, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations. That's right. So the Lord's he's, as I brought out in Isaiah 13:4, the Lord is mustering them together. He's calling them up. They're gonna be all present or accounted for. But in this right here, they're gonna be damn sure all present because they gotta fight. They gotta fight. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. So they got to go down there and fight. All these nations who the Lord is mustering up, who the Lord is assembling, they got to go down and fight that battle. And I will plead with them for my people. Who's the Lord people? The Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latino. And for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, imparted my land. So, hey, the Lord is gathering all these nations down there for this reason, partly for this reason. What did they do? They scattered the Israelites and they parted the land. Here it is. You got so-called Israelis. They fighting over land that's not even theirs. They parted. Here it is. They fighting the Palestinians for land that's not even theirs. So guess what? They got to go down and fight. They got to go down and fight. Because what did they do? They parted the Lord's land. Here it is. They waging a battle, a war for land that doesn't even belong to them. Verse 3, and they had cast lots for my people. I think that's pretty much it on that. Ain't gonna really get into that. But yeah, that's the point right there. World War III is getting stirred up. Call like how about Shema Shah? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom and a Bible Paul.